I wanted to ask you, you are on Twitter, right?
I am on Twitter.
Because I follow you.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't get many new followers, so I keep track of when it happens. Yeah.
That was me, and I wanted actually to ask you because you tweet about how I thought that it was Netflix and all those people who cut the frames, and you were saying that it's the studios.
So this is when people do a pan and scan movie and they make a 4:3 out of a 16:9 or a widescreen movie. Sometimes somebody has to do that, and it's the studio that does it. It's not the platform that you end up watching it on. And there's a good reason for that, because the studio would never let the platform do that. The studio wants to be in control of the film as long as they can, which makes sense.
Yeah. I was just amazed because your Twitter had like a lot of retweets and response, and there was like conversation, and then I see the director of King Kong putting some comments there, and I was like, look at him.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing, is there's been a lot of concern by viewers and by directors as well on what is the right version of the movie, and should people be allowed to see it, and how can they find it. And a long time ago, it was just pan and scan 4:3, and now it's 16:9, but even that's a little bit weird. And so it's getting better and better, I think, and now people are willing to accept black bars at the top and bottom of their frame, which I think is a good thing, because that's the movie, that's the whole movie, and that's the way it should be.
Well, I wanted to ask you, because you spend a lot of time like being smart and doing research and working on amazing topics, and how do you keep a balance with that and Twitter, because Twitter is so addicted?
I actually am pretty limited in my Twitter posting, but yes, I get in the mood to post something every now and then, and more often I'm prompted by the posts of other people. There are folks that I follow, and if you use Twitter that way, where there's folks that you're interested in, and then that's what you do, then that response conversation, I think, is a good one.
Well, and we were trying to figure out a way to bring new generations to this field, you know, and I really feel that being in Twitter or like in social media, interacting with the young kids, they will make you be interested in your...
It's a good point. You know, I do have a lot of followers that I've been surprised when I look at their profile and see what they are. These are young people, and I think they're intrigued by the experience and the background of folks like myself who've been in this for a while, and the openness of us to share. Because that is the thing that I've always tried to do, is if there's technical content, and it can be pretty technical, it's sometimes challenging for people who don't know it yet to understand it if you don't have a little bit of help.
Yeah, when I read your bio, I read about virtual white point, and I was like, wait, what is that?
What would that possibly be?
And then when you do the research, it's easier to explain, but you guys like to use fancy words. So.
Eventually, well, we don't. I prefer to be much more conversational about the science when I can be, but for publishing, yeah, they make you use the fancy words, because then it ends up being a paper. But in order to have conversations or do presentations, I prefer to be speaking in kind of the words and the tones that regular folks would prefer to use. Yeah, so that's helpful.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, and I can't wait to see what else you get into.
Me too. Thanks for your time.
And I can wait for your next tweet.
Okay, I will. Yes, there will be one soon, because I just got an award.
There you
go.
I'm
Thanks.
going to click like and retweet and all that stuff.
That would be great. Thank you. Thanks. Good day.
Thanks for watching. SMPTE would like to thank Vanessa Lua for hosting our red carpet interviews. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel as well as Vanessa's, and you'll receive notifications when we each add new content. We also invite you to share this video with your friends on your social channels. We'll see you next time.